Fel. Det var fel.
Then I would like to start. My name is Katrin Stjernfeldt-Jamme. I'm mayor of the city of Malmö, and I would like to welcome you all to Malmö, to this press conference and this huge event. And first of all, I would like to say thank you, Håkan Sjöstrand and the Swedish Football Association, who are actually behind us being here today. And I would also like to say thank you to Peter Linde, who has created this spectacular piece of art that we are about to unveil in just a short time. And last, but far from least, I would like to thank you, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for joining us here today, all the way from Los Angeles. And I would also like to say, take the opportunity to say welcome home. Throughout our history in Malmö, we have been a city that seeks its place in the world, with its eyes on other cities, countries, and continents, to be influenced by, but even more important, to make an impact on the global scene. We are part of the world. The world is part of Malmö, and I would say it's a little bit just like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And I know that today's unveiling of the statue is widely welcomed. As a matter of fact, I would like to state that a statue of Zlatan is one of the most common citizens' proposal that we receive, actually. And for your ambassadorship, you we're giving the keys to the city in 2015, and you thanked us by scoring a goal against our team the day afterwards. But nevertheless, raising a statue on a living person is most rare, very rare when it comes to Malmö. But if my understanding of Zlatan is correct, I'm sure you doesn't mind being exclusive. And I'm sure that this statue will be a gathering point for both local residents and from people all over the world. So I'm really proud and happy to be here today. And I give the word to you, Håkan.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a great and unique moment for Swedish football. And I feel very privileged to be here on behalf of the Swedish Football Association to honor the greatest football player in Sweden ever. No Swedish football player or athlete whatsoever has come close to achieving what Zlatan Ibrahimovic has done for his sport and his country. The mark he's made on the international football scene is without comparison. He's a true phenomenon. His brilliance, attitude, and greatness make him unique. His influence on and off the pitch, which now has lasted for 1.5 decades, is recognized all over the world. In view of all this, it's something quite natural to honor Zlatan Ibrahimovic with a statue. And it feels really good that it will stand here in Malmö, where it all started. It feels like Zlatan is coming home. The statue will be a manifestation and an eternal reminder of Sweden's greatest football player ever, and of course, one of the best in the world. Zlatan's qualities as a football player are undoubted, But we should never forget his great contribution outside the football pitch. He has been, and of course still is, someone who represents a new, diverse, culturally mixed Sweden. Through his career, with all his fantastic achievements, he has shown us all that anything is possible. He has been at the forefront and opened the door for many with a foreign background. You can make it if you are willing to do the hard job. His importance for that reason cannot be overestimated. To me, Zlatan's career is a kind of masterpiece which we should cherish and preserve for coming generations. This statue and this place will always remind us of the legend Zlatan Ibrahimovic and his importance for Sweden. I'm sure this statue will inspire many people, no matter who you are or where you are from, to come here, to fight and to achieve your dreams. Zlatan, thank you for all you've done for Swedish football, and I really hope you enjoy this moment.
I'm supposed to speak. Well, as you understand, I'm surprised about all this. I didn't know we were going to talk like this. But I have been honored to make this statue. And I'm very glad that the Fotbollförbundet chose me. But it was first when we met and he talked and he said to me, make the statue as big as you ever could. And I thought, well, I'll do my best. And my roof was only 3 meters high, so I stopped there. I had to stop at 3 meters. But the foundation is a little bit too, so it comes up at around 380 or something. Anyhow, this way of being, as Zlatan has made me a little necessary to make a little story about him, so that I could work on this statue at my atelier by myself also. And I said to myself, this is a man in the highest vision of his being, takes a huge step over the curve of earth, crossing all limits out into the unknown. That was my theme about this sculpture. So I had to build up this theme to be able to work all by myself, alone when he is never there. Then sometimes he suddenly arrived in the middle of the night, you know. It was always in the middle of the night because nobody must know that he was coming to me. It was all very secret. And I worked on this sculpture for 2 years. And what is important when you do a sculpture like this is not only the story that I made up for myself, this one I just told you. It is, it's not possible to talk about actually, because you have to see it and feel it. And that's what art is actually about, the feeling you arise in other people. And I hope you will all feel good when you see it. Zlatan?
Thank you everybody for coming. I feel I have to go down, and obviously it's a big day for me. It's a big moment. After 20 years of professional football, I feel this is where everything ends, with a statue. All the credit you get back as a player. I mean, you have players that win trophies, you have players that get statues, and then you have players that get trophies and statues. So I feel very honored, and I always say hard work pays off, and I always say believe in yourself, have confidence, and have a big will, and you will achieve your dream, whatever you do. So it's not only about the football. And with this statue, it will be a symbol for all the people out there who doesn't feel welcome, who doesn't feel they fit in, who doesn't feel they look like everybody else, that that it is possible. And I'm a living proof of that, because if I can do it, everybody can do it. I'm not more special than anybody else, even if I'm the best in what I'm doing. So, but we're all best in what we're doing. So a big thanks to the federation that give this honor for me. A big thanks to Malmö Stad that approved my statue. And a big thanks to the artist that describes my statue in the best way. I normally say I ate Sweden for breakfast, I ate Europe for lunch, and I took the world by dinner. So that is how I describe the statue. But anyway, if all the people out there feel that they need energy, they just have to come to the statue and they will get that energy and they will feel that vibration, that anything is possible. And I had a long career. Where it will end, I don't know. But as long as I can continue, I will continue. But this moment feels really unreal, because we had to keep it secret when we came visit the home to see the statue, and he's right. I said it, make it as big as possible, because I don't want only Sweden to see it. I want the whole world to see it. So, but amazing job has been done, and it's back to my town, Malmö, where everything started. Actually started out here when I was running, kicking this ball, and now I get a statue where all the other people can see me stay there forever. I don't know how long I will live, but I know one thing: the statue will stay forever. So once again, I can stand here and speak for days. But thank you, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the moment with me.
Now we will take some questions. Nobody wants to ask a question? Yes? Yeah?
I have a question for you, Zlatan. I'm from Malmö Stads magazine, Vårt Malmö. And when you was a young boy here in Malmö, a lot of people look up to you today and admire you. Who did you look up to when you were a little kid here in Malmö? And second, do you admire somebody today?
I mean, because when I grew up a little bit on the edge, called a little area called Rosengård, and I didn't know a lot about Malmö. So my examples for Malmö, I didn't have. My father is here, and he's the example. He showed me who Muhammad Ali was, and that was my role model, and that is who he showed me, and I just get stuck with that kind of character and that kind of type, and he was my idol, actually.
And today, do you have somebody that you look up to today?
If I look in the mirror, I see somebody. Beside the mirror, I don't see anybody.
Anyone else? Yes?
So your future in football, your contract is expiring with Los Angeles. How do you see your future on the pitch?
I said I will play as long as I feel physically good. I mean, when you're 38, doing what I do, I don't see many 38 years old professional players that does what I do. I said I will stop when I'm on top, and I still feel my game is on top. I still make the difference, and you're right, my contract ends in December. What happens after that, I don't know. We have a playoff to play now, and all focus is on the playoff. Except from today. Today is to enjoy the moment with the statue and to be back in my hometown. And what the future will be, we don't have an answer today.
No, we have to do.
Hi, Zlatan.
Yes,
I know you follow Malmö FF closely still. What do you think of the status that the club has now, and what do you think will happen in Allsvenskan in the end and the European League?
First question was, I didn't hear you.
the status. Where do you think Malmö FF is today? Do you think they are on the right track?
I think it's the biggest club in Scandinavia. I always said Malmö is going in the right direction. They have a big experience from the international football. And they have been in Champions League, they've been in Europa League, and I think that makes a huge difference. And now when you see in Allsvenskan, I think the difference will be the experience. And I think Malmö has the most experience from everybody. So that's why I think they will win it.
You think you will meet them in Europe again?
I'm not in Europe anymore, so if you don't create a club that's named Malmö in MLS, then I don't know if I will play against them.
Anyone else? Right. The statue of Nilla Fischer was damaged in Linköping. Are you afraid that that will be the case with your statue?
No, absolutely not, because I know people will protect it. They'll not come to damage. Don't worry about that. We have all Rosengård protecting that, so we are in good hands.
Hi, Zlatan. Do you miss playing in Europe, Champions League and the top leagues? Thank you.
So when I came to US, I came from a very bad injury, and my goal was to play football, to enjoy it just like I did before my injury. And when I came to MLS, US with the Galaxy, I felt I could start over and have a good fresh start. And but after being there for 2 years, obviously you miss the thrill of the European football, the level, the whole surrounding, because I spent most of my times in Europe, and that is where I put my stamp. And playing on that high level, of course, everybody miss, but at the same time, we have to be realistic. And I'm not there anymore, and I think I left a good stamp after me when I left. So, but everybody that played in Europe, they will always miss the high level and the quality of Europe.
Martin Klüft, SNTV, Zlatan. Last year there was a lot of fuss about Ronaldo's stages. Have you any problems? Do you think that it will be a problem to see yourself as a statue?
No, I feel good. I feel good about having my own statue. Like I said, some players they get trophies, some others they get statues, and some they get both. And I mean, this is the biggest thing that can happen to a person, especially when it's placed in your hometown. And I don't believe my parents, when they came to Sweden, that they would ever thought or believe that their children or whoever in their family would have a statue in that city. And I got one now, and I'm super proud. And it means that I've done something that somebody else hasn't done, and this is the credit. And the thing I did means a lot, and it explains the whole legacy.
Zlatan, in which way do you think the statue will inspire girls and boys with a similar background as you have to become football stars? In what way do you think that will happen?
I feeling like the same situation I had, or even if you're not in the same situation. Like I said, wherever you come from, whoever you are, however you look, that statue is a symbol that everything is possible. And but not only in football terms, in whatever you do, you feel that you're not part of the whatever, you get energy. Because if I can, everybody can, even girls, boys, women, men, whatever. That is the proof that everything is possible.
In Expressen, you criticized the choice of players in the Swedish national team with Jan Andersson as head coach. You have been criticized for that today. What's your point of view of that today?
What was the criticism? Because I said a lot of things.
That thing with only no players with foreign background.
Yes.
When it actually was 2.
In the first
squad.
In the first selection
Durmaz
he
and
did.
Kojovic, yes.
So Durmaz was there?
Yes.
You're 100% sure?
Yes.
I didn't see him.
He was.
Okay. But I didn't see him, so... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have my opinion. That is what happened. You get the question. You change opinion for the second selection. Then there is a big problem. You stand for what you do, just like I have done for 20 years. That is big difference. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Just like Greta Thunberg, you encourage children to leave school to be here today to witness the statue. What do you think of Greta Thunberg?
I think it's okay. Today is, you can do whatever you want, because I gave permission for it. So I see even the teachers coming, so there is no problem with that, as long as they enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, last question.
Malmö is your hometown. What is the first thing you do when you come here?
The first thing I do when I come is visit my family. And because I don't spend a lot of time with my family, I try to visit them all, because it's spread out. But today is everybody's in one place, so I get to meet them at the same time. So that is the most important. Then I try to give extra time to see around Malmö what is happening, how it's developing, and because Malmö is not like it was when I moved from Malmö. Even the area here around, it didn't look like this, and I've been gone for 20 years, and but I feel it more international. I feel it, everything that is happening is positive, and with this statue you have an extra thing to see when you come to Malmö, so expect a lot of noise.
And maybe eat a falafel?
Falafel, I find that outside Sweden also. That we have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.